This morning, a big weather day across South Florida.
We could get our first named storm of the season. Lauren is keeping a close eye on it.
That's right. We've got potential tropical cyclone 1. We're expecting this to become our first tropical storm of the season. We're breaking down all the impacts and the timing that we'll see across the area this weekend.
And one of the hardest hit locations could be right here in Boca Raton, a place that saw flash flooding just 1 week ago. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey. We're timing out the impacts that Boca could see, as well as those surrounding communities. Kara.
Plus, flood-prone communities here along the Treasure Coast now entering its first hurricane season. Since getting a new drainage system installed, coming up, the new pipes put to the test with heavy rain on the way. We're taking a closer look.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Yeah, this is a day you just have to be weather aware. Good morning, everybody. There are tropical storm warnings right now here at home. Good morning, I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Sam Kerrigan. A system making its way to Florida is expected to bring heavy rain and flooding to our area.
Yeah, and the system could be a tropical storm, our first named storm of the season, just 3 days in to hurricane season.
Yeah, we've got live team coverage for you all morning long. CBS 12's Kara Duffy is live in Hope Sound, where a new drainage system will be put to the test.
And our meteorologist Zach Covey and Lauren Lesky tracking the impacts. So we start with Lauren. Lauren, this could be it. Our first named storm already.
That's right. We'll probably see it later today. Now, the winds are there for this to be considered a tropical storm, but we don't have that closed center of circulation, a little too disorganized. But once we get that closed low, this will then get upgraded to Tropical Storm Alex. Right now, it is just potential Tropical Cyclone 1. It will be moving northeast, expected to make landfall sometime early in the day tomorrow. Bringing us incredibly heavy rainfall as we move through the next few days. Now, we do have several really the entire area now just under a tropical storm warning. These got upgraded about an hour ago. So everyone in South Florida right now under a tropical storm warning. What does that mean? We will be seeing tropical storm force winds. Right now, it looks like the speeds will be between about 40 and 45 miles per hour. To put that into perspective for you, when we have severe thunderstorm warnings, our winds are 60 miles per hour. So a 40 to 45 mile per hour wind, while that, yes, is very strong, we can handle that. It's the rain that we cannot handle. We're likely going to see 5 to 7 inches of rain. Locally, higher amounts will certainly be possible. Small threat for a few severe storms later today, especially down in southeastern Palm Beach County. The entire area, though, under a risk for a few severe storms tomorrow as we see that move closer. So again, rainfall totals up to about 5 to 7 inches, especially further south, but locally higher amounts still possible out there. We'll bring Zach Covey in to talk about this rain threat that we're going to be dealing with. Zach's down in Boca right now. They just dealt with flash flooding about a week ago, Zach. They're going to potentially deal with even more rainfall accumulation there this weekend.
Yeah, it's certainly possible, and in a place like Boca, they could be dealing with the hardest hit impacts from this system. Good morning to you, Lauren. Good morning to everyone else as well. Yeah, we're live here in Boca, and I want to show you this business right here. This is Boca's best European and domestic auto repair. Why do we care? This business had water coming into it just 1 week ago. Take a look at this video. This is a look back at video that our own Lena Salzbank was taking a week ago from a summer thunderstorm. That's all it took. A good dousing of 10 to nearly 12 inches of rain flooded into this area through these roadways and up to this business. It is businesses like Boca's Best European and the surrounding neighborhoods here in Boca that are preparing for a tropical system that could be a magnitude or two worse than what we saw last week. You can see on our satellite and radar, we do have some rain across South Florida. Here in Boca, this, I think, our first live hit this morning where it's actually not raining. We're in a lull, but you can see down near I-75, Fort Lauderdale, Sunrise, some very heavy rainfall in that area. Give us 30 minutes, folks. We could have some rain back here in Boca with that line heading our way. Here's the high-res futurecast, though, because I do believe as the afternoon goes on, we begin to see heavier and heavier rainfall coming through. And by this evening, that's when the rainfall will really begin to ramp up, especially after midnight. We're talking some very heavy rain rates of 1 to 2 inches an hour between midnight and 3, and between 4 a.m. and potentially 10 a.m., rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches an hour in a place like Boca, Delray, and Boynton. And then by tomorrow evening, the storm's out of here. We could end tomorrow with very windy conditions, but sunny skies. So in Boca, the biggest impact, and quite frankly, just about area-wide, will be the rainfall, the flood threat. Surge, not a concern. Winds, not that big of a concern. This is not going to be a windstorm. There may be a small tornado threat, Lauren. We'll continue to monitor that as we get closer to the actual event. But by far, a place like Boca and certainly southern Palm Beach County is going to be highlighted for the most rainfall. We're breaking that down. Plus, we've got viewers along the Treasure Coast. I want to take you county by county. That's coming up in 10 minutes. We'll break down the impacts for those of you along the Treasure Coast. Matt, Sam?
Yeah, Zach, let's actually head up there right now as communities like Hobe Sound and Martin County now entering their first hurricane season since a new drainage system was installed.
You may remember that area has been hit with serious flooding over the last several years. Even the smallest of storms have left streets flooded and roads blocked.
And our team coverage continues now with CBS 12's Kara Duffy. She is live in Hobe Sound. You know, Kara, this drainage system going to be put to its first real test here. I know a lot of people are depending that it works.
Yeah, Matt, Sam, this weekend's storm will really be the first time that the people who live in these communities will see just how helpful the new drainage system is. One of the neighborhoods right here at Hobe Heights and Hobe Sound, this is just one of the neighborhoods that continuously see serious flooding, even when it's just a typical summer afternoon storm. So with heavy rain in the forecast, as you mentioned, it really will be putting the new pipes to the test this weekend. If you recall, back in 2020, there was 30 inches of rain that fell in a short period of time. It led to substantial flooding across the region. 32 homes here in the Hobe Sound area sustained major damage. And after that, county officials decided to buy 13 of the homes, demolish them, and then put this new drainage infrastructure in place. Residents, of course, now eagerly waiting to see if it'll pay off.
It's a fabulous idea.
You think it's going to work?
We'll find out. It's a yearly event, something that we all got to live with.
Yes, stacks of huge concrete pipes and pumps can be seen all over Hobe Sound. It is part of the new drainage systems now in place. So, Matt, Sam, certainly something we're going to continue to monitor and keep our eyes on as the rain starts making its way through the area today and into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, Kara, thank you. And with the potential of flooding in our area right now, this is a good reminder to keep those storm drains clear. Remove any debris or yard waste away from those drains. Don't place any lawn clippings by the side of the road, and make sure to remove any debris from low-lying drainage areas.
Right now, you should be getting your hurricane safety kit ready. The disaster preparedness sales tax holiday is running through June 10th. That means all sorts of items like flashlights, batteries, and generators you can get tax-free as long as they're under a certain amount.
And right now is also a good time to download our CBS 12 News weather app. You can then track weather anytime you want right from your phone. Just click on WPEC in your app store. It is free.
Well, 6:08 is now the time. Let's take a live look at the White House, where President Biden is urging Congress to take action after a series of mass shootings are renewing calls for some common sense gun legislation. The president pushing to raise the age to buy semi-automatic weapons from 18 to 21 and ban large capacity magazines. The president says it's time for lawmakers to act now before more innocent lives are taken.
This isn't about taking away anyone's rights. It's about protecting children. It's about protecting families. It's about protecting whole communities. It's about protecting our freedom to go to school, to a grocery store, to a church, without being shot and killed.
Republicans say the proposal would threaten the Second Amendment. The House plans to pass new legislation next week, but it's not expected to move forward in the evenly divided Senate.
The president's address to the nation comes just one day after 4 people were shot and killed in a hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Investigators say Michael Lewis bought an AR-15 style rifle just hours before that shooting and a handgun in the days before. They say Lewis targeted a doctor who he blamed for back pain after a surgery 2 weeks ago. That surgeon, Dr. Preston Phillips, was one of 4 people shot, along with Dr. Stephanie Hewson, receptionist Amanda Glenn, and patient William Love. Lewis later took his own life.
Well, now is 6:10, and this morning's Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez is demanding answers from local police on why it took so long to confront the gunman at the Uvalde school shooting. Gutierrez was told the 911 calls from children in the classroom were routed through city police and not communicated to the on-scene commander from the school district police. Gutierrez says he wants to know specifically who was receiving those 911 calls. The Texas Department of Public Safety is now handling the shooting investigation.
It's 6:10 right now. As millions of families are still waiting for more baby formula to hit store shelves, the Food and Drug Administration is now being put under the microscope for its handling of a mass recall at the center of this shortage. Next, what investigators are hoping to find.
Plus, our youngest kids still unprotected from the coronavirus. Next, what parents could get news about when the shot will be approved for those 5 and under.
And before we head to break, here is another look at that storm track radar and all that rain already starting to make its way up into South Florida. Meteorologist Lauren Lesky is going to have another check on the timing when we come back.